What's up, y'all? Back at it. This is my week 1 review. Not of my profits, even though this was a green week for me of being profitable. And I do have another channel as well. I'll mention that later. But that's where my other channel is where I do my live trading. But this is my 1 week review of not of my profits, but of my behavior. Because I know this year, if I want different results, I have to become a different operator. I got to move differently, see things differently, just do things differently. Because what's that saying? People that keep doing the same thing, the same result, keep doing the same thing time after time and expecting different results. Definition of insanity or something like that. I might have butchered that, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so this is my 1 week review, and I want to let y'all know the things I'm committed to posting daily. Now, I do have 2 channels. This one, which is based off of building systems and disciplines in trading, and not only in trading, in life as well, right? So I want to post that journey, share that journey, and hopefully y'all come aboard, and gain some discipline as well. And then I have another channel where I post daily. I go online live and trade live if there's a trade, and then I show my system, my structure, my journal that I have on there as well. Other things I'm committed to is following my rules. I've noticed that, in life or even at your job, you could just follow the rules so easily, right? We follow the rules so easily without even thinking about it, without hesitating. But when it comes to something that we're trying to build, like we're trying to become profitable in trading, or you're starting a new business or whatever the case may be, you don't really have the same demeanor as far as following your rules. You're not as strict on yourself, but you can show up on work on time, right? But you can't show up for yourself on time. So following rules this year is very, very important. Week 1, I did that. I'm so proud of myself. So I showed up every day. I do not like being on camera, but some people say I'm meant for it actually, but it's just not me. I don't think it's me, but I could be wrong. I could change. I have to change my mindset, and that's part of the commitment as well. Just changing my mindset, being open to doing things differently so I can get the results that I want, right? Other thing I'm committed to, which isn't hard for me, is being honest. Like, we have so many people on social media that are not honest, delusional, just negative. And that's part of the reason why I was off social media for multiple years. I just saw too much negativity, too much toxic messages, and just a lot of people, dishonest people. And this year, I'm coming with a new lens. No pun intended, but I'm coming with a new lens and trying to see the positive in everything that's on social media, because even the people that are, scamming people or living dishonest lives, you have to have a certain amount of dedication and a commitment to do that and to post it every day. So it's like that side of it, I admire. Like, I admire that consistency, because that's what I'm trying to build on this channel: consistency and discipline. So, yeah, just being honest is a thing that I'm committed to. As far as trading, not forcing trades, I don't want to force trades like I used to in the past, and I haven't done it in a while, but just to remind myself, not forcing any trades, and I have rules and a system for that, so I don't force trades. So grateful for that. Tracking my behavior. I'm not only journaling my trades, I'm journaling my life, and I'm recording things on both platforms. So that's gonna give me all the tracking I need, So it's not about being perfect with me, even though I do things in life, or I approach things in life to where I try to be perfect, and I really put the effort to being perfect. But I know with this thing, especially social media, is new for me. I'm not trying to be perfect, and you shouldn't either. you shouldn't either. So it's more about just being aware of my actions, being aware of my emotions, right? So this past week, what actually happened? Did I want to skip a day? You damn right I wanted to skip a day. You know how much energy it takes for me to get up on here and make a video. Just being the person I am. I'm very sociable in real life, um, and people don't know I'm an extrovert because when I get around them, I just know how to adapt. I know how to relate, be relatable. So, uh, yeah, but see, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so did I want to skip a day? I did, but I did not stay consistent, 10 toes down. So I'm proud of myself for that. I felt resistance, of course. Obviously, you feel resistance when you start getting to a new program, a new routine. You're gonna feel that pushback. You're gonna feel that, in my case, the old man come back and say, "Nah, you could just chill out a little bit, relax. You ain't got to do this. You can wait till tomorrow." Nah. So that was my resistance, just me, myself, getting in my own way of my future self. As far as training, did I feel tempted to overtrade? Not at all, to be honest with you. I realized over my journey of trading that um, there's like, I want to say 250 or 260 trading days in a year, and there's no reason to overtrade. There's no reason. Like, you win or lose, and you wait till the next day. That's it. Um, again, I got notes, y'all. The way my brain set up, I need notes. So did I hesitate on the camera? Yeah, I did hesitate to get on this camera sometimes, but I pushed through that hesitation. And so the hardest part of all this wasn't the work; it was just staying consistent. Staying consistent is the hardest part, right? Areas I may have struggled, wanting faster results. Now, that can go for posting or trading. For posting, you see all these people getting views and subscriptions and whatever the case may be. I had to be realistic with myself, humble myself, and like, hey, this is the start of a journey. Just like with anything, you don't see results until you actually, put in the work. So I'm not tripping about that, but I do want faster results. But I'm gonna take it one day at a time and get what I can get. As far as trading, I do trade. I always traded Nasdaq, and I started trading gold. So the trades last week were mostly gold, and I wanted faster results. I'm not gonna lie. When I was placing trades, I'm so used to NQ. You get those big pushes, and you get instant gratification. This week I traded gold. The setups were there, but the movement, the volatility wasn't there. So it was a bit frustrating, but something I have to adapt to. Period. So what else do we have? So yeah, those are the areas that I struggle with this week. But in all, what else? Yeah, that's it. Wanting faster results, doubting myself. I wouldn't say I doubted myself this week. Maybe at the beginning of the week of this past week, I doubted myself a little bit, as if I could really do this and start this journey of daily posting. But as I got into it, on my trading channel, I'm just so used to, it's like clockwork. Boom. I'm trying to get on at 9, and it just feels natural because I love trading. So, what else I struggle with? Feeling exposed. When you come on YouTube, you showing the world. So you're in front of an audience, regardless of if they're positive or negative. You're in front of an audience. So, and you're at a vulnerable state. So, yes, I struggle with that at times. But at the same time, part of me is like, I don't care, man. I'm on here to help my journey and then help anybody else who wants to, be consistent, be disciplined, and help their trading journey, or just in life, period. So, and did I want to quit? A couple times I did want to quit as far as posting, but no, we're gonna keep at it, But all in all, to say all these emotions are the same emotions that show up in trading. Period. So what worked for me this week? Recording removed hesitation. So recording my system, my process in front of people as far as trading removes hesitation of entering that trade, because I have a process set and a system set that I shouldn't hesitate. It tells me to trade or it tells me not to trade, right? So that worked. Having a schedule really helped. Now I schedule the things I do before I trade and the things I do after I trade. And I have a schedule which I need to tighten up on, coming up with things to, or coming up with exact times to post, right? Speaking out loud created clarity. So when it comes to trading, speaking out loud really helps, because now instead of being inside your head, like I used to be in my head all the time, no one to speak to, because I'm not part of no trading community. I don't have anybody who really understands trading or believes in, most people, they believe you're gambling. So just when I'm going through the markups, marking up my charts and my trading ideas, just saying it out loud really helps my perception of what I'm about to do, So that really, really worked, Structure, having some form of structure really helps reduce the anxiety, right? And the things I'm changing. So here's one thing I'm adjusting for week 2, aka next week, starting Monday. Just being consistent with recording at the same time daily. Being strict with my rules that I already have set and planned. And just, not overthinking this content stuff. Just simplifying my content and giving my genuine and authentic message. So, I can help somebody at the end of the day. So next week, what I'm tracking is my consistency, my emotions or my emotional reactions, following my rules, and then also my energy. Because my energy be all over the place. One minute I'm chill, next minute I can be very talkative, ranting. So it's just all over the place. And then another minute I'm goofy most of the time. But just tracking my energy and see where it's at and when it's differs, but depending on what I'm doing. But again, I'm not chasing perfection. I'm just tracking my patterns, y'all. So if you're trying to build discipline in trading or in life, you're not alone. And that's why I'm making this channel and showing my journey, because the discipline it took for me to show up here every day in the past week is the same discipline it's going to take to follow my trading rules or your trading rules. Peace, y'all.